Max Reeves. Reeves having a bit of a moment there going around one of the lap cars. And here comes McKee to the bottom to challenge for the lead.
A little bit of a block there in the middle of the straightaway by Max Reeves.
That was Shane Backus in a 67 who muscled Reeves up the racetrack in 3 and 4. McKee tried to pounce.
You got to have a little bit of a situational awareness, and he did not have it. Backus did not have it for sure.
Brad Smith yields to the leaders on the front stretch right after his third career top 10 finish at Springfield, coming up on the back of the 9 car of Trevor Ward.
Working with the brake bleeder, going to try to bleed the brakes. More than likely, he got into the corner and he didn't have any brakes, and that's why we saw the disparity in speed between he and Butterbean. And then when he probably finally stabbed the brakes, he only had rear brakes, and that's what spun him around. But we talk about the keys of the race: ride quality. This is a rough racetrack. A really bad bump coming off for turn number 2. Manage the brakes. That was number 2 on the list. Obviously, it's already bit one of our contenders in track position. Max Reeves has it, wants to keep it. That's the key to getting to the victory lane in this one.
We see brakes already starting to show to be a bit of a problem. Now the question lingers, is this something that McKee was doing driving-wise to create this issue, or does this culminate to maybe a setup concern for his teammate and points leader, Brendan Queen?
No, I think that's an individual driving style. Probably Tristan obviously has only been in one of these cars one time before, and that was at the road course at Watkins Glen. So this is probably the most brakes he will ever use in a car like this, and quite possibly overused them. Maybe they didn't have enough air going to them. Not sure exactly what happened, but the combination of that more than likely boiled the brake fluid in the front master cylinder, and that's what caused him probably to go for that spin when he didn't have any front brakes when he got down to turn 3.
Fortunately for McKee, he has gone 5 laps down as we're a lap away from the restart. But with that young man vying for experience, getting back out there and trying to learn this track and this style of car is still going to be at the forefront of his mind.
Yeah, it's going to be a great experience when we know he won that race at Watkins Glen. He's dominated the TA2 Trans Am Series this year, leads the points in that series, and he was about to win $50,000 at Hickory in the Cars Tour until a late scrum in the last 10 laps knocked him out of that win.
Might have one of those here tonight at Madison in the battle for the win. Max Reeves elects the top lane again, coming up to the restart line with Butterbean Queen on the bottom in the 28. Wrapping up caution number 1, back underway with 172 laps to go, and another great launch for Reeves in the top lane.
Yeah, Reeves is going to be able to barely clear Butterbean. How about Lawless Allen trying to grab that second spot from Butterbean?
May have been a bit of a brush there between Allen and the 20. Butterbean on the bottom in that 28. They might have touched doors off turn 2. They may do it again off turn 4. Lawless Allen trying to move up the second spot around the outside of the driver. He's chasing in the championship standings. He's got the edge by half a car length in 1 and 2.
Remember, Lawless Allen has not finished out of the top 3 on short tracks in the 4 races we've had this year. Has been solid.
Just edging ahead off of turn 4 is Allen, and he's pulling one of the only drivers, in fact 2 in the field, who know Madison in an Arca cars. Allen takes second. Mason Mitchell, 2014 champion of the series, back for his select starts in 2025 at a racetrack that only he and Brad Smith have ever raced before in Arca.
And Mason now has made his way up to the 4th position. He was outside the top 5 prior to that caution flag. Great restart by Mason Mitchell.
Max Reeves just got out the field to the tune of over 1 second. Allen into that second spot. Butterbean not letting him run and hide, with Mitchell closing in 4th. Mason Mitchell, who he was close to winning here in an Arca race a handful of years ago. In fact, he started on the pole at 54 laps here back in 2014, his championship winning year, before a mechanical issue forced him to retire from the race, perhaps searching for one that got away in his 5th start of 2025.
You see Butterbean working over the back of that 20 car, Lawless Allen. There's LeVar Scott holding down the 5th spot in the 6th car.
Scott fresh off that runner-up finish at Springfield, and look at Mitchell hustling that car off turn 4. Oh, we got a caution. Turn 2, got a car turned around, and it's Michael Maples. And in the stack-up, Lawless Allen turns around his teammate. Maples' teammate, and Backus gets turned in the jam-up after Maples spun in turn 2.
Brad Smith had to take evasive action as well, went through the grass, kept his car straight.
Second caution for the race after Michael Maples in his second full-time season of Arca R Series racing gets turned sideways.